Here's a question. Jay, why would you spend 10 years living in a motel room, Travelodge 121, to develop a stock trading system that would make you $150,000 to $200,000 a year so that you could then later share it with other people? That doesn't make sense. Now, that's the question. The implication is now, Jay, if this really works, why would you be selling it to other people? And since individuals have a hard time processing that, the conclusion, without benefit of an answer, is your program must not work. That's why you're selling it. After all, those who can't do teach, right? I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what most individuals look at when they are looking at a stock trading system. And I don't blame them. There's so many different programs out there that overpromise and underdeliver. The idea that anyone could be A, successful at trading stocks, and then B, actually sharing that information, of course, at a cost with other individuals, is something that they simply can't conceive. Therefore, that those questions about, Jay, what is it you're really up to? That's how they come rolling in almost on a weekly basis to my day trade fund account. The answers, I have two. The first answer is I'm a Christian, and I can point to a specific account in the Bible where there were four lepers that were basically cast out of the city walls. And of course, in the Old Testament days of the Bible, you had a city that had a high and rather thick wall that surrounded the city, offering protection to those inside. Outside, you had very little protection from any enemies that might approach the camp or the city. And this account in 2 Kings chapter 7 had four lepers that were basically kicked out of the city and off to their own. They were starving. It was a time of increased famine. And they basically were at the point of death. And they said, what are we doing sitting here? Let's go to the city and let's ask for food. If they kill us, we die. If we stay out here, we die. At least we have a chance if we go to the city. So as they approached the city, there was such a noise that was being made at the time, those on guard thought that they were about to be overran by a large army. Therefore, the whole city evacuates quickly. The four lepers stumble in to a city that is completely empty of people, with food on the stove, so to speak, cooking, food on the table, money in the streets and in the tents, and they basically walk in from being completely starving to the point they have more than they ever could. They start hiding it, they start eating, they start enjoying it amongst themselves. But then there's a point of realization that comes to them where they say, if we keep this to ourselves, it's not well. We need to share it with other people. So they went back to their people, shared the news, and they were able to share the benefits of what they had uncovered with other individuals. Living in that motel room for 10 years, I can tell you, and unless you've lived in that, you really can't understand where I'm coming from with this statement. But it changes you. You're at a point when you realize that you have very little to next to nothing. And then you go to the point where you're flipping stocks for $150,000, $200,000 in the course of a year. It is the exact opposite. You go from having no money to having quite a bit of money. And it would have been very easy for me to say, hey, look, I've created this, it's mine, and I'm not about to share it with the world. That is how many people would have looked at it. And I understand that, but that's not me. I'm an individual that loves sharing what I have. Now, obviously, the company was created to make a profit and to make money and to train students, teaching them the day trade fund way. But my point was the fact that I wanted to share what I had with other people. Now, from a strictly financial standpoint, and those that don't basically understand or agree with my first answer will understand this one. I can trade stocks and make $150,000 to $200,000 a year or more. As a president of Day Trade Fund, I can make 50% or 100% more than that. So financially, it makes sense to create a company that I can help other people, and in the course of that, be able to benefit from that as well. The negative side of being the president of Day Trade Fund is I have 17 and 18-hour days from 5 in the morning till after 8 o'clock at night every day, Monday through Friday. When I was trading stocks, making $150,000, $200,000, many times my day was over at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning. I would have worked an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, Many times I tell my wife, hey, the goal of $1,000 a day has been met. Let's go to lunch. It'd be 11 or 12 o'clock. Those days, I don't mind telling you, I kind of miss at times, especially at the end of a very long week or a very long day. But the other thing is this, as I'm trading stocks, I recognize that there's plenty of room at the table. For example, one of the stocks that we chased today, ticker symbol I think was BHVN. It was a stock that we liked at or under $53 a share. The stock approaches, hits $53 a share, drops under that, and we're able to jump on board and write it for a nice profit of 5%, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where the students bought it, because we don't have everyone buying at the exact same point and selling at the exact same point. Everything's tailored to what the student's risk tolerance is. So we have people buying them at different levels and selling them at different levels. But the point is, when you're talking about a $53 stock that's trading hundreds and hundreds of thousands of shares, look, if you have 600 or 700 day trade fund students, they're going to be able to enjoy that kind of stock, buying it and selling it without any problem at all. There's plenty. We're not chasing small little pink sheets or dollar stocks, although sometimes we'll do both depending on where those stocks happen to be. Most of the stocks are NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, higher dollar prices. We had stocks of $14, $16, $18 a share, $20 a share, $60 a share. There were several on our radar today that we were looking at as far as revenue opportunities. So there is plenty of room at the table. And to me, look, you don't live forever. So if I can pass on through the business that I've created, a stock trading program that I literally had to devote my blood, sweat, and yes, tears, years of tears in trying to create so that I could help other individuals. Look, I'm not ashamed in saying that I like doing that. I'm not ashamed in saying that I want to leave the world in a better place than when I got here. And if I can create a company, a concept, a stock trading program that basically a individual can buy, learn from, and then teach their son, their daughter, their mom, their dad, their spouse, whoever it might be, as a way to help them as well, look, that's great. I don't have any problem at all with that. And it excites me. And it's one of the reasons that those long 18-hour days are possible. And the reason I can stay as excited as I do, because I get emails all the time from individuals across the country saying, Jay, I used this stock today, I made $1,269 on this stock, I made $583 on this stock. And basically, these men and women from all walks of life use this, Wall Street, in such a way that they are able to buy and sell these securities, flipping them quickly for quick profits. And it changes their life forever. So yeah, it's something that I enjoy selling, sharing, enjoy teaching, enjoy mentoring, enjoy coaching, because it's something that you're teaching someone a tool that they can use for the rest of your life. You recognize that from a retirement standpoint, at 55 years of age, as I am now, I would never look at the need to retire because I can use the stock market every single day that I'm alive as long as I have my right mind about me, from anywhere it is that I happen to be. Having that kind of power, that kind of control over your own financial destiny, to me is huge. It's life altering. And that's one of the reasons that we continually, the team at Day Trade Fund, we want to make this offer to as many people as we can. And if you don't want to enroll in an upcoming Day Trade Fund class start, we get it. That's fine. But still at least consider using the stock market on your own timetable, learning on your own, so that you can basically learn how to flip stocks for quick profits. That's what these tutorials are all about, to help you become better acquainted, yes, with me, Jay Ratliff, and with Day Trade Fund, but also to become more acquainted with the concept of trading stocks quickly for a profit, to minimize the amount of time your money's in the market, using the smallest amount of money for the shortest span of time as you go after the largest returns possible. Tens of thousands of stocks trade every single day on Wall Street. The opportunities are there. All you need is the knowledge to be able to cash in on the opportunities that are there.